Hey guys, Diver Down Reefer here, Red Sea Reefer 425 XL build. The last couple weeks I've been dealing with an algae outbreak. I got this coal tang, you can see here that purple one, yellow-eyed coal tang, a couple weeks ago, and when I first got him he wasn't eating, and I was feeding all different kind of things. I was trying to seaweed, pellets, flakes, mice. This wasn't eating anything. I probably overfed, and at the same time I was increasing the intensity on my lights just to kind of see how far I could push them really. They weren't really that high, but the blues were right around 70 and the whites were right around 40, which was probably a little high. I just do have the Chinese box lights on top of here. I'm probably going to be upgrading it. I would love to get it a Kessel AP700. They're just expensive right now. But anyway, I've been doing water changes, 3 or 4 here in the last couple of weeks. I went in there today with a brush that I got from BRS and scrubbed down all the rocks. It's not perfect. There's still some in there, cracks and crevices, but I'm definitely getting a hold of it. I'll do another water change here in probably another 3 or 4 days. And I'm going on vacation here in about another 2 weeks, so I'll do another one before I leave. So it's coming along, but you're gonna have this, you're gonna have it. So anyway, down here below, I am running GFO and carbon right now just to export some more nutrients. My protein skimmer is going crazy. I just did my water change, and like I said, I scrubbed all the rocks, so it's just going nuts right now. It's not really pulling out anything good, but I had it dialed in. It was pulling out really dark tea colored. Come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to do some sort of other nutrient export, whether it be a algae scrubber, whether it be maybe even an algae reactor. So I did buy some parts for a manifold. So I have this all plumbed and ready to rock and roll. It's not glued together, it's just dry fit for right now. I got 3 ports there. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to use all 3 of them, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do overkill. I'll just cap the other ones off, and if I need it, it's there. If not, so be it. I do have a Sitche 5.0 pump. It's a 1,350 gallon, I believe it is, pump, so I don't think I'll have any problem with running even all 3 of those manifolds. It's on number 2 right now, and I think I have 3 or 4 other settings, more powerful settings, so I don't think that'll be a problem. I'm going to mount it right up there in the back. I'm going to move those wires down, those wire clamps down there, and return it back. I am going to use the rubber tubing to connect it up to the barb here, going up to the return, and then from the pump I'm going to use this guy right here. It's a little bit of an angle, easier to get to. So yeah, that's what that's going to be. Again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to use. Algae scrubber. I'm seeing a lot of those algae scrubbers out there. Those reactors look pretty cool too. I'm just not really sure about them yet. I haven't heard too much about them. I did get some corals here last week from Fish of Hex. He had a pretty good deal going on. I got this frog spawn right here. He's doing real well. Opened right up when I first got him. He's doing really good. Very colorful. I got some pulsating Xenia, which is really nice. Nice big colony of that. I did get some green star polyps as well. They didn't come out at all for the first 3 days. They came out really good this morning. Of course, when I did my water change, he sucked back up. Nobody's really super happy in this tank right now because of all the work I just did on it today. The enemy's still kicking. He's doing good. Toadstools, of course, they're fine. I did realize with the Maxfire gyres that the back portion of the pump I actually tilted downward, so the water gets down in between the rock and the side of the overflow on either side. So I have one pointed down, one pointed pretty much straight up. Still have a lot of surface agitation, and they're only set at 40%. So that really did kick up a lot of detritus that I didn't really even know was there, so that'll help with nutrient export as well. Get it up in a water column and get the heck out of the tank on both sides. On this side as well, I did have basically a cave with a couple rocks on top of that rock that tang's picking at right now, and I think it was blocking a lot of the flow, so I took those 2 rocks out, opened it up a little bit. There was a lot of detritus in here, in that little area right there, kind of building up, wasn't getting a lot of flow, so I took those rocks out. Same thing with this gyre down here. I pointed that one down to get back into that side right there. You can actually see some of the particles floating around from my water change, but there is flow back in there now as well. I think it's a lot better than it was before, with just having them running pretty much straight up. All right, guys, that's about it. That's about all I have right now. Manifold's coming along. Like I said, it took me about 45 minutes or so to plumb that up. Not a big deal. I'll get it all glued up, get it mounted, and get it running. I do have to get a couple. I got to make sure I have the right size barbs for them. I'll get a couple clamps, clamp it down on top. Other than that, tank's doing pretty good. Fish are all happy. Parameters are all pretty good. Alkalinity, calcium are definitely going up, probably because of all my water changes. Magnesium as well. They're all doing really well. I didn't get any phosphate or nitrate readings, even though I had the algae bloom, but I know that was probably a false reading because the algae was sucking up all those nutrients. All right, guys. Again, Diver Down Reefer here, 425 XL build, day 68. Peace out.